Hey guys, it's Trippy, just doing a quick video today on patch 39 for Miscreated. It got released by complete surprise yesterday. I had no idea it was coming. But a side note, it's on 50% off Steam now until September the 12th. So if you or your friends haven't got the game yet and you're thinking of picking it up, now's the perfect time to get it. It's £7.49 in the UK, which is an absolute bargain. I think it's worth every penny at full price, which is about 15 quid. So to have it for 50% off, you can't go wrong. But patch 39, there's a lot of small changes. It's a smaller patch than we're used to, but I think, like I said, not many people were expecting it, so it was like a nice surprise. But there are enough big things that they've changed to be worth talking about. So I'll go into more detail for the bigger things, and I'll get straight into it. So first of all, you can now sprint while crouching, which for the more sneaky players is going to be awesome for them because at the minute, or before the patch I should say, when you were crouching, you were almost like a little duck, like waddling along the road, like derp, 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 and you it wasn't worth it. You might as well just run and hope you don't get spotted. But now you can actually, I don't know how fast it is compared to running. I've not really tested it, but it's much faster. It reminds me, and a lot of other people have said it, of Gears of War, when you sort of, I can't remember what it's called, like the combat crouch run, whatever it is. Obviously you can't stick to cover, but I'm hoping in the future this is going to come into play when they do add more mutants. So if you've got a town or a village or whatever, or a city which is absolutely infested with mutants, and their sight and their sound works really well, that you can actually crouch and go from cover to cover. So go from a building wall to a crash car to a bus to a pile of rubble, and just sneak along. I think it'll make the game awesome to actually have to avoid the mutants. On subject of mutants, they've also added pack mentality to the mutants. Now I'm not exactly sure how this works. If it counts for every single mutant in an area, or if it's a certain set of mutants, so it'd be one brute, one vampire one as they call them, one spiker. I'm not entirely sure. But yesterday I was in the city, and I went to get a backpack, and when I turned around there was one mutant chasing me, so I carried on running, and I turned around again and there was 3 of them chasing me. It looked like there was literally a gang of mutants chasing me. So I know what I said a minute ago about mutants being in groups. I'd love to see packs of 10 mutants or maybe more in the future chasing you down. It's going to be mental. But again, it's only the first implementation, so I'm sure it's going to be improved in the future. I'm not exactly sure how it works, like I said, in villages and towns, or the airfield or whatever. But it is cool to see them running together, and I think there is an alpha mutant, but obviously they are mutants, they are a bit brainless, so I'm sure if you shoot the mutant, the other ones aren't going to run away. But perhaps if there is an alpha on you and there's 2 more following them, maybe the 2 more will be more aggressive, more smarter while the alpha is alive. I'm not entirely sure, I'm just thinking out loud, but it's quite a cool change anyway. Also, just going back to the game itself, they've actually implemented a way to hopefully stop bunny hoppers, and it seems to work really well so far. The only problem is it also stops you being able to escape from mutants so easily, so you've got to be much more careful now. But basically, before you could jump whenever you wanted to, as much as you wanted, which was the problem with the bunny hopping, whether it was a fresh spawn or if you had gear, you could literally just jump around all over the place to get away from someone shooting you. Now they've changed it, so I believe it's 3 times in a row. For me it was actually 1 or 2. When I first spawned in, I could only jump once before my character got exhausted. But there is apparently an invisible stamina bar which will charge up, so if you just don't jump for a while, you can have 3 in a row. But like I said, for me it was only 1 or 2. But you'll notice when you jump and then try and jump again, when you are tired, in the bottom left your character will say, kind of similar to DayZ, that he's exhausted. So you've got, obviously when I made the video ages ago about saying how to combat bunny hoppers, I said to maybe introduce a stamina bar for them to stop jumping. I didn't consider the mutants when I was talking about that, so people have got to be a lot more careful now. I know my friend Zap got into a bit of trouble when he went into a building and he was trying to jump over desks to get away from them, and he was out of stamina, and he was taking a fair few slaps across the head. So people are going to be, not only when it comes to players trying to jump away from them, but also trying to be more tactical about how they're going to escape from mutants. They've got to plan their escape route a bit better now. But one thing I will say as well, this is the first implementation of this, so they've said in the patch notes that it will be adjusted if needed be. It's still work in progress, so if people are struggling too much, then obviously they will change it. It's not going to be this is what you've got, deal with it kind of thing. So don't be too annoyed if you are struggling, because again, it's work in progress. They've also made some changes to the world as well. Hayward Residential Area, which was the first area of the city we had access to all that time ago, has now been opened up completely. There's a fair few invisible walls which are now being opened up, so if you want to cut across the field now from the main highway to get into that area, you can. And it also takes you directly into the city, whereas before you'd have to go either down the highway and run all the way around, or you'd have to go to the right down the other road and like past the residential area. Like if you're coming from Brightmoor, now you can go literally straight through, and it takes you right next to, I believe, the food shop, or it could be the gas station. I can't remember, but either way, it takes you directly into the city. And they've added like another little area to the residential area, as well as like new other buildings as well, and it looks much better now. It actually looks like a proper little like village, or like I said, town or area, whatever you want to call it, that has been like lived in before. There's like roundabouts, like different sections of the road that link up nicely. It just looks awesome. You have to see it for yourself. I'll put it in the video. It's really well done. There's also new shop interiors for the city as well. There's 2 versions still work in progress, but they're slowly each patch, like they said they're going to do. They did promise us this. Every new patch are going to hopefully try and open up more and more buildings into the city, and so far it's looking good. I believe every patch since the city was added, they've added stuff, so I'm really glad to be seeing that. And also, to help out players in Pinecrest, they've taken out some of the fences behind the residential houses, which is stopping people from being able to get from the gas station to the houses. They have to like run all the way around. They've now removed one of those big fences, maybe more. I only saw one of them. But it just makes it's just like ease of access and like just like easier for the players in general. Of course, one of my favourite ones of this patch is they've added a police car. They did show a picture of a taxi, but I'm not sure if that's in yet. I've not seen it, and it's not in the patch notes that I can see. But the police car is in. I believe it's just the sedan, but it's been reskinned to look like the police car, but it looks really cool. I believe the sedan and the police car now, the steering wheel moves, which is only like a small thing, but if you're playing in first person like immersion, the steering wheel will now move. But also the police car, when you put the lights on, the red and blue lights on the top will actually light up and spin. So if you're in like a dark place, you can sort of see it anyway, even if you're not in like a dark place, like at night time or underneath a bridge from a shadow. But you actually see it like reflecting off trees and walls, and I've not seen it at night time yet, but I really can't wait to see it because it's going to look awesome. Unfortunately, there's no siren when you press the horn. It just like beeps normally. Maybe they have one in the future, I'm not sure, but it looks awesome. In terms of combat, they've increased the shotgun recoil. I've not tried it yet, so I don't know how bad it is. But they've also added the supersonic crack of bullets. So if you fire like a high power rifle, and it's fired at you now, you'll hear like shoom. Now unfortunately I've not seen that either, or heard it I should say, but I've been told it sounds really awesome and it's quite scary when it does happen. So yeah, when I play Miscreated later on today, I'm definitely going to be like on the lookout for that, because I'm probably going to like crap my pants. But like I said, it's only like a small change, but it's something just to increase the immersion and increase like the player enjoyment of the game, or unenjoyment in my case if I'm like crap my pants getting shot at. But it's all for the good. But yeah, other than that, it's just, like I said, it was just like smaller changes. Like they've added ocean like fade out distances. Elevator now has sounds going up and down. Swimming sounds been adjusted. Like I said, I'll put the patch notes as always on the screen for you guys to check out. But yeah, that's like I said, short video today, just because there like wasn't like loads added, but they did add quite a few cool stuff that you can check out. So let me know what you think of the patch as always, guys. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll catch you on the next one.